Hey all, Raghu here, bringing you one more learning video. Please note that this chart reading is very important for you to understand how the price action works. If you think that postmortem is not necessary on any trading day and you don't maintain any trading journal, then definitely your trading career is short-lived. It may end anywhere soon. Now, without wasting time, let's quickly go ahead and see how Nifty fared today. Mm, Unfortunately, today I could not trade. I just traded in the morning using the levels and I just made around 5K. And after that, I was busy with work. So my trade was over before 9:30. Yeah, 9:30, 9:35 within first 15 minutes because we had a sharp pin bar and after that market went into range bound. I mean, that's a summary of first half of the day and that's the beauty of trading. Trading is very much similar to any other profession. If you want to master and if you want to exceed your own expectation, you need to have lots and lots of patience. Right now, what we are seeing is Camarilla pivots. Why Camarilla pivots? Let me quickly show you why I'm using Camarilla pivots. All right. So this is the pivots. All right. So I'm going to remove the SMAs and also the EMAs. Remember, my primary objective of introducing EMA is for you guys. And before using EMA, first comes pivot and the price action, and then EMA for better entry in terms of scalping. Or if you're too afraid because market keeps going up and down, especially during an expiry week, it goes 10 points down, comes back 10, 15 points up. You are in 2000 profit and you're going to lose 2000 loss. So these things will play on your mind, and to beat that kind of fear, I have introduced EMA set where you can use a crossover and keep 5 EMA or 15 EMA as stop loss as per your risk appetite. All right. Now, how did the market fare today? Okay, this was the first opening candle where market went down, and honestly, I was expecting market to test the CPR. So usually with this is these green dots of previous day high. So when market formed this inside bar, this is where I took my entry, and from till here with 10 lots I had around 9k, which is around 19 points, but waited to see whether it can go till R1, but immediately it came down, and with the next candle I exceeded. So overall I captured around 10 points. 5200 was my what do you call profit today. So after that I got busy with work. So yes, this was exactly at 9:30, 9:35 I was done, and I did inform my channel members as well that I am done for the day. Now what happened after that? After that, market is just hovering around previous day high. Now remember, along with R1, R2, S1, S2, this previous day low and high, weekly high low, monthly high low are very, very important pivots. Some people use weekly pivots and monthly pivots. This is how it looks. Can you trade using this? Now, why I have used this or in a particular chat is to show you guys and also to remind myself that in this particular area, there might be market may not be able to move that smooth. It may take some time, or it might be choppy in the initial day and then give a trade based on price action. So you don't need too many pivots. You have to keep it very simple. So this is the simplest way of keeping. All right. Now what happened? Market showing one sign. What is this? A negative candle. Market tries to go up, comes down. Is it a sign for you to take entry? Not exactly, but on a higher time frame. Remember, guys, I mean, if you're using pivots, you need to know every on a higher time frame. This was around the below the S1 pivot on hourly time frame. So you can see that here. This is the hourly time frame. Let me remove all these things. Keep only this. Sorry, I removed pivot as well. Yes, pivot. See here. Do you see? This was the S1, the high, and we had a range as well. And I had marked and provided this range for you guys. So this was the range of resistance. range of resistance. This is Fibonacci. I just wanted to what do you call see if you consider this as A, B, C, the retracement was up to 61.8 from this top to this low. On 15 minutes time frame, the retracement was at 61.8 golden ratio, which is again very strong resistance in a downtrend. In an uptrend, it acts as support. So there were a lot of confluence. So I'm shooting in a separate video for Fibonacci. But do you need to use everything in one chart? Honestly, no. Hell no. Please keep it very simple. Using too much of technical analysis will spoil your trading. Technical analysis is only 10% and anybody can learn it and master it. Mastering of entry and exit will be the challenge, but anybody can learn it. All right. Okay, just to quickly cut the chase. Okay. Double top, triple top. So we had three tops, right? So let me remove these three tops. I wanted to show you. Now near these three tops, okay, if you are a trader, you're going to mark this level, okay? Because I've always showed you my way of price action is on a 15 minutes candle, the wick to next body will always be a support and resistance. Now, when you shift this to 15 minutes, what are you seeing near this resistance? There are so many resistance, and what do you see on this resistance? Watch this one. This is wick to body. It's not body to body, wick to body engulfing candle. And this is a double top on 15 minutes. And 65% of the times, double top fails to break in first go. All right. So this was your first clue where you should have taken short. And then after understanding this EMA set, you could have used this after the range was broken. I know because market was not giving anything. So if we keep this as range, one bottom, two bottom, or yeah, you can keep this as a range. Or what I would do is I would usually keep the previous day high. Previous day high is an important pivot. Is price sustaining below? That is the question. So it tried to sustain here, came back, then it did not sustain, then it did not sustain. But whatever it is. So this is a range. If you keep this, the latest range, this double top and this range, the last range breakout, you had your entry from 5 EMA set. No matter how much volatility market is, this didn't even come closer to 15 EMA. Why? If you have watched my video yesterday, even yesterday I said there might be a gap down, but it closed, opened almost few points, 2-3 points or 5 points above yesterday's high. But I used this one to show you. This is the Bollinger Band. And this red candle breaking the Bollinger Band indicates a strong momentum downside. You can watch this on any time frame. Especially this is the range is broken, and then this is a pullback from H1 pivot. And today there was all possibilities. See the level. These were the important levels. If you remove pivots, you will be able to see it. Still the low is a strong support, but this was the important level. See here, a lot of price action. So this was very important. So when in a pullback, this level was the area of interest. Now in this area of interest, on higher time frame, lower time frame, you are having a wick to wick engulfing body and triple top is broken. You could have followed this to take the trade. That's all I have got to say with pivots. What is your target in pivots? If you miss this, CPR is the target. But since you're following 5 EMA, you could have kept 15 EMA, or since it's a expiry week, any candle closing above 5 EMA should have been your stop loss. Now 5 EMA, when price is forming here, 5 EMA will be here, but your catch is a pullback. In a pullback, you take an entry. That's all you were supposed to do. All right. Now this is where now price is in between pivots. Now should I take an entry? So here usually I use Camarilla pivots. Okay. Whenever price is in between, I still use the high, low, and other stuff. Now this is Camarilla pivots for you. Where do you see the resistance? Near R3. If you want, I can mark this. Just give me a minute. Yes, do you see here? R3. What is there in R3? R3 is a sell zone. That's the reason it's marked in red. H4 is a sell zone. So R3 or H3, high 3, high 4. L3 is a buy zone, L4 is a buy zone. Below that is a breakout. This is L5 and H5 are the last level of support for that particular day. Now, if you know Camarilla, I have done a video on Camarilla. H3 is a sell zone. Will you go high knowing that this is a sell zone? Now forget about everything. Now near this sell zone, you're having triple top, and if you go to 15 minutes, you're having wick to body engulfing candle after forming a double top. This is the first sign of weakness. This is the second sign of weakness, but market is clearly facing. So if you had taken a risk of 15 to 20 points and gone down, then you had a great trade. I mean, I was sleeping. After sleeping, I got up and I saw, I think 17,400 P. What P is that? 17,500 P. All right, 17,500 P. From 50 rupees, it has closed at 237. Wow. Amazing. So how can you capture the entire move? See, this one is a morning star at the bottom. It is right on top of the monthly high pivot. This is where the CPR was also there. So I can show you where the CPR is. If you just show daily pivots, see, this is the CPR. So near the CPR, you are having a double support of monthly high, and you get what? You get this morning star. This candle closes high as well. It was very high. So this morning star also failed to close convincingly above 5 EMA. So after morning star, what happens? After morning star, the morning star breaks. So even here, you could have taken a trade because this was a decision making point. Remember, morning star, evening star, all patterns are decision making points which are made collectively by buyers and sellers. Now here, buyers made a decision, but sellers showed the strength by breaking the previous day, sorry, the upper CPR and also the monthly low pivot. From here till here, mind it, the price was around 145, 150. I remember 150, I believe. I checked. It was 3 p.m. I just reached home and I just went to bed. But I did not expect market to go down. So anyway, once I decide to close the terminal and I won't trade, that is a discipline I follow. But from 150, 155, 57, it went to 250 above and closed at 237. That's phenomenal. And how you could have captured just by taking a risk. Come on, 5 EMA is a risk. 5 EMA, if any candle following 5 EMA shows the momentum, the strong momentum. This is how you should have traded. If you just follow R3, you had, this is the price action from H3. It always goes to the buy zone L3. This should have been your target. Or if you followed float pivots from pivot to pivot. This is the chart analysis. Now, how is tomorrow? Do we have anything tomorrow? So tomorrow still we are having, this is tomorrow's pivot. You can do a tomorrow's pivot analysis. How is the market? Descending CPR, ascending CPR. So today we had, because of yesterday's more ascending CPR, need not tell monthly expiry is looking very weak. One of the reason is Bollinger Band has again pierced the bottom. Bollinger Band, the candle has pierced the bottom Bollinger Band, indicating strong momentum. What about RSI? RSI is below 36. So let's see, it's still not convincingly going down. We have a strong support here. Now for us tomorrow to take the trade, it's again pretty simple. So consider this as the range. Today's high and today's low. You can see this is a double bottom. That is where the market faced resistance. In fact, this morning I had told in the channel, if I were you after scalping here a few points, I would wait patiently for market to cross 17,600. This is exactly I message for our Telegram channel from learning point of view, and market exactly faced the resistance there. So I also said that this is where one had the least amount of stop loss for a maximum reward. So understand market is risk. Every trade is risk. You need to understand. Now tomorrow again, if the market opens within the day's range, it will be sideways. Consider 1, 2, 3, third day market opening, it will have sideways effect. But if it opens below today's low, S1, then you can anticipate market will test 17,216, or it can go even further below. So I have marked the levels here. So I'm talking from pivot point of view. If you keep it very simple, I'll remove this one. I usually test the levels of price action using Fibonacci, and they are pretty accurate. Let's quickly go to the 15 minutes. So if you follow this level will be working. This morning I had shared this level. Didn't it work? This is where it faced a resistance. Market came down here near this resistance. See the doji bar. Why is doji bar? Because people know this is an important price action level. And then after breaking, it reached next level. It went up here. Maybe this was a small resistance because we have dojis. Dojis are very important resistance point, guys. Okay. Now, how do we check the levels? I told you doji is a important decision making. So wick to body, you can keep it because after doji, market decided to take the price down. All right. 15 minutes. I don't need this one. You can keep this. Yes, these are your levels for tomorrow. If you're trading intraday on 5 minutes, if market opens anywhere between, you have to wait for price to take support either on pivots or either on levels. Now this morning, see, this is where it took support, which was marked yesterday, and I had shared this on the Telegram channel as well. And market faced resistance above as well. This was the earlier decision making point where market tried to pull back, and then we had an inside bar. So inside bar is what? A decision made by the market. So this level was marked. This is where market was facing resistance. Do you need 15,600 level to have an open interest? No. You can identify everything on the chart if only if you know the decision making points. Now, yes, these are the levels. Know the levels. This is a very strong support. If this support is broken, we have a very wide area to go down. Tomorrow is monthly expiry, and whenever market goes down, the volatility will be very high. Trade appropriately. Use the EMA set to beat your fear. So this is exactly. Am I afraid? Yes, since I'm a scalper and not a full-time trader, professional trader, sometimes even I'm afraid. But as you know, I usually use this. Okay, maybe I enter, book 10, 15 points, and when market pulls back, take the trade here, keeping stop loss above 5 EMA on 5 minutes, and I ride the wave. So if I'm too convinced that market will go down, especially after the pre-day low is broken, right? This was a day low, 24th November. Then I would keep a stop loss of 15 EMA. It's very important. Days high low are also considered as pivot, and you're supposed to take the trade there. So using naked chart also you can trade. Hope this helped in your learning curve, the Camarilla pivots, the standard pivots, and how to use the naked charts and the EMA set to proper entry and exit. Very soon we'll be bringing YouTube shorts on all the technical analysis where you can learn and master your trading. Thank you, folks. Have a good day.